Welcome back, gamers. We have made it to spooky Lavender Town, the place of the creepypasta, and also where we're gonna meet some ghost Pokemon. For the first time, I believe. I don't think we've seen any Ghastly or Haunter up to this point. I think the game kind of tries to hide them from you, so that when you see them here, it's a bit of a surprise and a bit of a cool thing. But first off, we've got to fight Gary, our rival. He too... Well, I guess we haven't evolved our Spearow yet. We will soon. He evolved his. It still goes down in one hit to Pikachu. Because regardless of how good Fearow is, it is still a flying type. And flying type, not so good. We still don't have a water type. I should fix that. I should get that Squirtle up to snuff. But we do have a ground type, and ground type is good against fire as well. Goodbye, Vulpix. You might think ice is good against fire. I don't know why. I did as a kid. It's not, but fire is good against ice. I suppose because it melts it. Ground, of course, is also good against electric, and there goes Magnemite. We're about on par with the level we should be at this point, according to his Pokemon. He has a Sandshrew. That's neat. Did he have that before? I can't remember. Anyway, we have a grass type that is stronger than his ground type. Now, if he had any ground moves, he would actually be able to do some damage to us. Slash might do some damage if it got a crit. It didn't. But if he had Dig or Earthquake, Gloom is part poison, and poison is weak to ground, so that could have gone badly, but it didn't. Now, of course, we'll deal with Eevee the way we've dealt with Eevee ever since the second fight, I believe. I think we had Nidoran female at the second fight. And we'll just double kick Eevee to death. Maybe we used Mankey in the first fight. Remember when we had a Mankey? That was good times. That's for the OG fans. I should get that Mankey evolved to Primeape. Primeape is a cool Pokemon. I liked him in the anime a lot. And then Ash got rid of him really, really quickly. I think he was Primeape for like 2 episodes, maybe even 1 episode. Is that how that worked? I can't remember, because I'm pretty sure Ash caught him as a Mankey. And then Mankey kept stealing his hat. And then he evolved to Primeape like right before the end of the fighter tournament. If I'm remembering that tournament correctly. We're gonna do this tower now. We can't actually complete the tower. You get gated at the very end of it. But we're gonna do all of it now, simply because I can't remember if you need to get to the gated part in order to trigger something later on. I legitimately couldn't tell you. I think you do. So I'm gonna do it. We have to do this eventually anyway, and it's good training. It'll keep my grinding times down. These mediums only have 2 Pokemon, or 2 types of Pokemon. They have Ghastly and they have Haunter, which is the evolved form of Ghastly. They're quite annoying. They open up with Confuse Ray quite often, which is no fun for me. They have Nightshade, which does exactly the amount of damage that their level is, so they're doing 20 to 25 damage per attack. And they also have Lick, which has a good chance, not a great chance, but like a 30% chance, I'm sure, of paralyzing. So you could get Confuse Ray'd, have your Confuse Ray go through, be unable to hit them, then they lick you, then you're paralyzed. Now you've got both of those stacked on each other. It's a real pain. It's... I don't like fighting them. Oh, and look, that is what happened here. Butterfree's confused and also paralyzed. Luckily we got out of that. But now Butterfree is paralyzed, essentially not terribly useful for the rest of this, until we find a save point. Or a heal point, I mean. Obviously, you can save whenever you want in this game. I'm not dumb. Also, we cannot catch any Ghastly in this tower right now. they show up as this ghost, which is not a Pokemon, and you can't battle it. Your Pokemon just cower in fear, and you can't throw any Pokeballs at it. So what you need to do is you need to get a Sylph Scope, which we cannot get at the moment. We're going to get to the end of this this tower, and I believe that triggers it so it allows us to get the Sylph Scope. That is located in Celadon, which is home to the Grass Gym. So we will be doing both of those things at the same time. At least in the same general time frame. The gym is not where the Sylph Scope is. That would have been neat, though, if they had hidden it. It is, in fact, in a Team Rocket's hideout. They have the Sylph Scope. Why? I don't know. Because they want it, I suppose. Ghost-type Pokemon also cannot be hit by normal-type attacks, so Quick Attack, Slam, Slash, all of those are off the table. So we're going to be using lots of Thunderbolts, Digs if we can get them off, Confusion with Butterfree, but now Butterfree is paralyzed, so we're going to try to avoid that. Gloom isn't terribly useful because it can't use Cut, and Absorb will not work well because they are part poison. Grass is not good against poison. This tower is just, it's a whole thing, and I don't like it a lot. It's supposed to be, like, challenging, difficult. It feels more annoying than that to me. But that could just be because I want to just blaze through this game, and it won't let me. Once we come back here, it'll be a breeze to get to the top at least. All we'll have to deal with is the wild Pokemon. We'll try to catch a Ghastly. Probably not a Haunter, we'll just catch the Ghastly and eventually level it up to become a Haunter. Of course, we can't evolve it, because we need to trade a Haunter to become a Gengar. And I don't have anyone to trade with anymore. I don't have all of my Game Boy stuff. I don't know where my link cable is. I don't believe I have a Game Boy Advance anymore. I don't think I have the second system. We'll see. I may be able to find it, but I'm not 100% sure where all that is. You may have noticed that there is a spot with a bunch of squares on it. That is a heal space. The developers decided that this place was such a challenge, probably due to all the status ailment stuff, that there is a purification zone, which is just a full heal spot when you stand on it. Very, very, very helpful, because it means we can be a little bit reckless. Yeah, I forgot it was there, actually. You may have noticed earlier on I was switching out whenever I got Confuse Raid, just so I could avoid, you know, taking a lot of damage. Now I've decided we don't really need to, because, you know, we can just go heal. We don't even have to talk to anyone, we can just stand on a spot. A couple of dialogue boxes later, and we're fully healed. That's just great. So we're going to be returning to that whenever something goes bad. It adds a little bit of time to our run, but it's not a speed run, so who cares? Might as well, you might as well take advantage. Game gives it to us. I'm going to use it. I'm also fighting all of the mediums now. You don't have to. There are some that are just out of the way. But I figured, you know what? We're here. Got nothing better to do, really. I'd rather get them out of the way now than have to come back here and deal with them later. At the top of the tower, the reason it's gated off right now is because Mr. Fiji, I believe it is at the top, and he has the Poke Flute, which is how we get past the two Snorlax. One is we've already seen. It's to the right of Vermilion. It's to the south of Lavender, actually. It's kind of in between the two. And the other one is to the west of Celadon, which we will see soonish. We'll probably get to Celadon in an episode or two. Deal with the gym, deal with the rocket hideout, get Fly, which is the fast travel of the game. That'll be very, very nice to have. We'll teach that to Firo or Pidgeotto, or both, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to give it to really anyone else. I can't remember if Charizard can learn it in this game. I feel like he can't. That could just be me misremembering. Oh great, there we go, another confusion and paralysis. Like I said, could happen. And we got through the confusion that time, but the paralysis got us. And Pikachu just died. Is that the first time? I think it might have happened one other time, I can't remember. But that's unfortunate. That's what can happen here, though. You just get confused, you hurt yourself, they Nightshade you. Nightshade's a pretty strong attack this early on in the game. You get paralyzed. It's a whole thing. It's not fun. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. We don't have to go very far to heal. We'll just walk back. The only bad thing about this floor now is the medium who was out of our way before is now in our way. We can't take the upper route, which is a little bit quicker. Pikachu's probably a little bit mad at us now. I don't like to see Pikachu faint. I don't like to see anyone faint, really. I especially don't like it when it's just the result of hacks. That's H-A-X. That was a competitive Pokemon term. I'm sure it comes from somewhere else, but it's one that we used in competitive Pokemon. It's basically luck. The RNG got you. Are we gonna... Okay. I thought it might happen again. I was like, oh no. You hate to see it. And we're gonna go back, because I do not want Pikachu to die again. Plus, it isn't very far. I mean, this is faster than any Poke Center from any route. So I will take it. I think we're only 1 or 2 floors away from the end of this tower. It's coming up pretty soon. Then we'll have a ghost Pokemon talk to us, tell us to go away. And you can't fight it yet. The game there are characters who will tell you where to go, but mostly you're just figuring this out on your own, and that's just kind of cool, I think. Oh, okay, we're already at the end. That staircase is the end. Begone intruders, then it fights you. It's a different color. And yeah, you can't do anything to it. It won't attack you though. So we're just gonna dig out of here. A technique I remembered that I actually have this time. Now we'll heal up, and next episode we'll head down to Celadon, which is west of here. Saffron is actually west of here, even like directly west of here, but there's another path underground, which will take us right to Celadon. See ya.